Tonight, our replay begins at the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. Collingwood is leading by 11 points, and our commentators at Victoria Park this afternoon are Sandy Roberts and Bob Skilton.
McDonald and Cloak. McDonald palms it down, but straight to Tony Shaw, who threw it to Mark Williams. Williams kick. Taylor now. Who's going to be first to recover? Crocker towards the line. There's a North player down. And holding his head is it David Ackley.
Looks like Ackley.
Well, he's holding his eye, I think.
Ackley to stay down, Sandy. There must be something wrong.
I'll keep an eye on Ackley. You have a look at the game.
The ball in towards the centre. Gayfer there. Try to get the hand pass out. Phillips. He can't get the ball clear, so a bounce will take place on the centre square line. About 65 metres out from goal is David Ackley in the hands of the trainer. David Ackley does wear glasses, Sandy, so whether or not there's something wrong with the contact lens that I do believe Ackley wears.
Well, that could be it.
He looks pretty groggy, Sandy. Back with the play. Larkin trying to get the ball clear. And so Larkin in the lane, and the lane on the mark. The hand pass comes to Atkins from Larkin. Swings it back in towards the centre. Bursting through with Seow, playing excellently for Collingwood. In towards the centre. Cloak's there this time and takes a very strong mark. Hand passes to Gayfer. Gayfer thought about kicking it, then realised there was a hand pass on. Bradbury gets it out to Banks. Chance of a score. A long kick by Dennis Banks right through the centre for his second goal.
Great play by Collingwood, and it would appear as though you're right. David Ackley is holding the left eye. He is now leaving the ground, but in the meantime, Dennis Banks has shot Collingwood clear. 35 plays 17.
Delighted Collingwood fans.
Is the centre bounce.
Spargo back on, Sandy, with Ackley going off.
All right. Spargo going down to his spot. We're back in the middle. Fellows could have been free kick. In fact, I think he will be. She's played a game.
She's playing well, Sandy.
Seven kicks. Eight marks. 3 hand passes. Been a fine performance. Cloak couldn't take it. Trying to burst his way through was Bradbury. Still at the bottom of the pack trying to get it out is Peter Bradbury, but they cover up over the top. He's got no hope of getting out of there.
Did a good job though, Sandy.
My word, he did. David Ackley, incidentally, is being taken straight round to the rooms. Let's hope he's okay. Cloak. Couldn't get it out, nor too could Mark Williams. Inside Collingwood's 50-metre line. Another goal here. It's going to start putting real pressure on North Melbourne. Can they get out of it? Arceri receives. They will, but only momentarily. Morwood couldn't take the mark. Turner, was he pushed? No, said the umpire. Bradbury loses control as it goes over the line as he regains it, and so another throw-in to take place.
18 points in favour of Collingwood. 12 minutes into the second term. On the throw-in, Cloak in the front position, got a push in the back, and very foolish free kick. Actually, maybe McDonald might have slipped, I think, Sandy. It's Cloak waving the drop punt, a nice looking kick. Taylor in the middle, couldn't take it. Banks coming through, gets the short kick. It's all North Melbourne as Passmore gets it, puts the short kick out wide towards the half-back flank, and 50 metres from goal, over the boundary line it goes, and a throw-in to take place. Taylor and McDonald. Over the top came Williams, no clear tap. A pack forming, and the umpire, John Russo, having no choice but to come in and elect to bounce the ball. As Taylor says, get out of my way. Brian Taylor. And this time it'll be Cloak competing against McDonald. Cloak got the tap, used his body well. Free kick has been found here. And it's going the way of Collingwood. We'll find Mark Williams to come out with the kick. Swings it across towards half forward Taylor coming across, but a nice mark by John Holt coming across in front of Brian Taylor. It's John Holt from centre half-back, going very wide, straight out towards the half-back flank. And great play by Mullane, coming across, intercepted beautifully, goes towards goal. He's offline, and a 1 point the result, but a beautiful interception by Darren Mullane.
Very exciting young player, rewarded with state squad selection. And who knows, in a few weeks could well be representing the state. Dacos over the top to effect the spoil. Through he goes, met by Spargo. Bradbury lending him support, but at the 50-metre line, Collingwood's attacking zone. Peter Bradbury looking far more at home in the football outfit than he did at the players' night. He was dressed in a skirt. Buckley through, but without the football. Banks a hurried kick down towards Taylor. It's only got a sit. He needs the player going past. Buckley taps it back towards Glendinning. Williams pounces upon it, tries to come out with it, but John Russo says, no, gentlemen, we'll have another bounce. So we've played almost 15 minutes. Just over the halfway mark of this term. That's a nice tap. Beautiful tap by Cloak to Taylor, and BT says, thank you very much. But that one belonged to David Cloak.
Yes, and I thought Cloak should have been free kicks, Andy. I thought he got right into the back of Donald McDonald. But nonetheless, it was a nice goal to Brian Taylor and a good piece of ruck work. If you get away from it, away with it, all well and good.
Taylor now 3 goals, Banks 2, and Dacos 1 for Collingwood. North, it's a different story. Singles to McDonald and Jones. 6-6, plays 2-5. Back for the centre bounce again. Fellows wins it handsomely. Picked up by Peter German, however. Looking towards the half-forward line. At the back is Jonas. He couldn't take it cleanly. Fairly slung off the football. Arceri couldn't take it. Scooped out the back. Cracker puts German under pressure as he pushes it wide. Now an opportunity for Crocker, who's lurked way down to that half-forward line, and I think it's goal. He has. So a much-needed one to North Melbourne, kicked by Darren Crocker, and that is their third. They move to 3-5, trailing Collingwood 6-6 on 7's big lead. Straight down the middle. Fellows, spoilt by McDonald, waiting down Phillips, out wide Turner. Over the head of Ronnie McKeon. Oh, Banks courageously. Courage shown by both players on that occasion. But Banks to take it. Now Williams gives him a lead. Cloak is in front. 1, 2, 3, 4 grabs. Thank you, says David. Cloak, he'll have a shot 40 metres out. Hasn't goaled to date. Dennis Banks receiving a little bit of encouragement. He did well on that occasion. Here's the kick from David Cloak. Drop punt on its way. It's good. Collingwood answer the challenge. 7-6 plays 3-6 on 7's big lead.
As you said, Sandy, Dennis Banks popped a solid one there. It was a very courageous mark, and he's made a big difference to Collingwood since coming back. Hasn't had a lot of luck with injuries. There's the man we're talking of. Number 12 for Collingwood, Dennis Banks. And a good goal to David Cloak. Centre bounce, 7-6 to 3-6. McDonald of North Melbourne, Fallows of Collingwood. Fallows wins a tap. Tony Shaw trying to take it. Atkins picks it up. Kick smothered off the boot. Comes out towards Holt. Hooks it back towards half forward, but it's all Collingwood. And an easy mark taken by Bruce Abernathy. Abernathy has Fallows on his own.
Tony Shaw
gives it on to Shaw. Not a good hand pass, but Tony Shaw having plenty of time. Now he goes short to Banks again, and Banks 45 metres out from goal. So Dennis Banks has 2 goals on the board, one in the first term, one so far in this term, and he could easily put it through from 45 metres out. Dennis Banks going for Collingwood's 8th goal. Won't quite make the distance, and it's a good mark to Brian Taylor.
Good about playing on Oregon, BT.
Yes, it was good play by McDonald to make sure that Taylor wasn't able to. And he's being brought around Ross Glendenning indicating to his teammates, come around and make sure that he doesn't run around. So it's Jimmy Cracker, the player, who's waiting just in case Taylor runs around. And Brian Taylor will still run around, I think. No, doesn't elect to. Doesn't matter because he's brought up goal number 4. The hand pass comes out to Fairley. Arsiri tried to tap the ball on after Buckley got the hand pass out. Hanley picks it up for Collingwood and goes across the ground. Seau there, gets a favourable bounce. Puts it on towards Mullane. Mullane has the lead from Banks. A beautiful pass from Mullane right onto the chest of Dennis Banks. Banks too goes short. And an equally good pass. Nearly went through David Cloak. It was that good.
Oh.
Danny Seau, a beautiful blind turn. Finds Moorwood. Moorwood finds Fellows. Mark number 11. The hand pass across to Phillips. He goes short. And on his own is Ronnie McEwen. McEwen 50 metres out from goal. Has Phillips across the ground. Now he goes across. And a lovely pass finds Greg Phillips. So how loose are North Melbourne at the moment, Sandy?
I'm more worried about Greg, a state defender for South Australia, and he's going to have a shot. But he's played plenty of football up in the forward lines over his career. Let's see, he'll be delighted if he kicks this. Obviously had a chat to BT and said,
everyone loves a goal, Sandy, but when you're a defender, it just means a little bit more.
He's listened to BT. Look, he's got the perfect approach. I think he's gone. Oh, Gregory. How good's this? Now back down to the back lines. He's wrapped. So Collingwood go to 9-6-60. North Melbourne at 3-7-25 on 7's big lead.
Phillips now back at centre-half back, so he came right down the ground. Was in the thick of things upfield, continued on down. Beautiful play by Greg Phillips. Centre bounce, there's the board, 60-25.
Into time on, Bob.
McCann got the tap. Schimmelbusch's kick was actually smothered by Hickey. Hanley can't get the ball clear. Smothered by Moorwood. Picked up by Holt. Another kick smothered. Holt tackled by Tony Shaw. And Shaw did well to keep the ball in the centre of the ground. So another bounce to take place. Tony Shaw. But it's a bounce. 5 metres from the centre circle. Fellows gets the tap. Tapped on by Cloak. Across to Hanley. Hanley goes long. Brian Taylor takes a lovely mark.
Played by
Taylor's
Cloak.
all the way. Good play by Cloak, Sandy. It really was. Playing excellently, Cloak, as Brian Taylor will be lining up from directly in front, 35 metres out from goal for his 5th goal. So Taylor. "35 metres out. A kick from Taylor spears the centre, and 5 goals on the board to Brian Taylor as Collingwood go to 10-6. 66. North Melbourne 3-7-25.
Excellent second quarter by Collingwood. They booted 6-3 to North Melbourne's 1-5, and after leading by 14 points at the first change, they led by 42 points at half-time. They'd increased that to 44 at the final change, and we pick up play now from Victoria Park at the start of the last quarter. As I said, Collingwood leading by 44 points as we go back to Bob Skelton and Sandy Willetts.
Collingwood going to the final term here at Victoria Park with a 44-point lead. Can they retain it and get back on the winners list? It's still Cloak in the ruck after Fellows was removed from the ground after a fine performance in that third quarter where it seemed to become a little bit messy. Nevertheless, they're underway. There's another change because coming on for his first kick is Darren Collins, only to see Fairley take it at half-back. So both interchange boys for Collingwood on now, Beers and Collins. Cloak, the spoiler from behind. Passmore waiting down across to Atkins. North out of trouble. Down towards their attacking zone. Goals are the order of the day, and goals quickly. Crocker under pressure. Jonas tries to tap it clear. Going down with him is Greg Phillips. Also Ross Glendenning, and a bounce to take place.
Some of these youngsters, Sandy, who I personally haven't seen before, Handley, Seau, they've done quite well.
Yes, had a good day so far out here at Victoria Park. Flicked out the back towards Mark Williams, across to Shane Morwood, through handball to Tony Shaw, out towards Mullane on centre wing. Couldn't take the mark, and in fact will lose it to Atkins. Well done. Crocker from behind. Can't complete the mark. German caught. Flying over the top like Ross Glendinning, and Danny Xiao, one of the players Bob Skilton was just talking about, takes the free kick. Well, they've got players everywhere there. Jamie Turner. We could just about have a chat to see who's going to take it. Gayfer and Phillips do. Eventually it's Gayfer, gives it across to Hanley. There's another of the youngsters. Oh, McKeon trying to tap it onto Collins. He can give it to BT. Here's number 7. Steady, Brian. Shoot and goal. Exactly what he does. He's having a big day as BT. And so too is Collingwood. 13-12 to 5-10 on Sevens big league. A margin of a whopping 50 points.
Well, the way Collingwood should look at this game, Sandy, because North Melbourne are not playing well at all. They're a demoralised side at the moment, and so Collingwood really should be aiming very strongly at percentage. Before today, they were down on percentage, but a big win would make a hell of a difference. Centre bounce. Cloak gets the tap. Hickey tried to pick it up but couldn't get the ball clear, and gives it back now to umpire Robinson. And so from the bounce, 5 metres on the Collingwood side of the centre. McDonald gets the tap. Williams gets the short kick forward. Collins taps the ball away from Ackley. Law comes in for North Melbourne. Puts it up towards the wing. Gayfer leads in the race for the ball. Gets an awkward bounce, but he keeps it out in front of him. Then loses it. German picks it up. Tackle. Gayfer comes in again. Kicked off the ground by Jonas. It almost runs past Turner. Turner comes back. It's kicked off the ground this time by Schimmelbusch. The hand pass over the top to Jonas. He'll give it on to German. German a chance of a goal. Goes over the top into the square to Crocker. Crocker turns around and brings up his 3rd goal.
Cracker. This time in front of Hanley.
Very good mark with inches, Sandy. 15 metres.
Sees him in the middle. He goes short. He's spearing one to Schimmelbusch. 15. Schimmer doesn't worry about it. Plays on.
Foolish play.
Silly play. So it will be a free kick down the ground. Now who'll take it? Peter German.
Umpire Robinson not knowing what's going on. But it is a free kick downfield. There's no doubt about that.
Ross Glendenning's grabbed it pretty smartly. And so this could be a gimme goal. Cloak off. Fellows back on. Collingwood. Here's Ross Glendinning. Hasn't goaled to date, but has now. So North Coast, they're 7. They move along to 7-11, trailing Collingwood 13-12 on Sevens big league.
Well, foolish play that. Collingwood have to look at percentage, because before today their percentage was not 100, and so a club like Essendon almost got a game in percentage, as Lee Matthews doesn't look too pleased about the situation there, even though I'm sure he's pleased with the scoreboard 90 to 53, he would still be concerned about giving away goals.
37 points the margin. Almost 9.5 minutes played, final term. Abernethy first forced to do the ruck work, taken by Bradbury, down towards half-forward. Williams, a good mark. Too far out to score, straight back to Abernethy. Now Taylor's kicked 7. Does he want him? He hooks it back cleverly for Tony Shaw, who thought about running into the open goal. Michael Parsons. Shaw has not goaled to date. He's only 5 metres out.
Behind play, Sandy.
All on behind play. Tony Shaw, in the meantime, has goaled. There are a couple of sore heads up the other end, I think. Shane Kerrison's not too sure what day it is, and I reckon he's copped a beauty.
I think he must have, Sandy.
He has.
I think the pencil's out, Sandy.
It is. It is. And with Jimmy, it's been reported.
Kerrison coming off the ground. The goal umpire racing after
He's
him.
doing a Carl Lewis. Look at him.
I don't think Kerrison knows what's going on, Sandy.
No.
He's done a good job.
So, now let's get back to the football. There was a goal to Tony Shaw. It was his first. And things are warming up a little bit out there. Now, just be careful, boys. Let's get back to business. Runners going everywhere. Umpires trying to regain some control. And I think we might be back in business. Certainly warmed the fans up on this pretty chilly day here at Victoria Park.
It's always hard to comment when you don't see it, Sandy.
Yep.
But you can imagine, but you can't actually surmise.
I think you summed that up very well, Robert. Right.
And now the flags are being signalled for a goal. I think we all forgot about that goal, Sandy.
No, we didn't call it. But the goal umpires just said. So up we go with the scores. 14-12 to 7-11. Let's get back to business.
Pretty pacey goal umpire too, I must say.
From the centre bounce. Handley to the half-forward line. Collins the target. Couldn't take it. Almost had it socket out of his hands. He does have good support, however. Kept in... No, it was not kept in play. Oh! It had gone out of bounds, and I just wonder what the umpires are doing here. Here we go down here with Fairley and BT. Now, I'd imagine Brian saying, now look, I have 7 to date, and I'm fairly keen on getting into double figures if we don't win.
Well, the chance of the finals, Brian. Settle down.
Goal umpire coming out having a chat, and BT pointing back to him, saying, look, you were 20 minutes late with the last goal. All right, on the 50-metre line. Comedy capers here at the moment, but if they're not careful, good a run. McEwen with a big thump, but straight to Arceri. Goes over the shoulder, back towards the middle. No mark taken. Morwood couldn't go through. Passmore neither. A chance now for Collingwood. Hanley on the end of the handball. Chips in towards Taylor and McCann. Taylor with the one hand. Can't complete the mark. The bouncing ball eludes him. McCann out in front. Pushes it clear. Larkin back to McCann. And he goes for the handball towards the boundary line. Abernethy too much pace for him. Abbers will recover. Scoots it over the back. Only to see it just go over the line. And so another throw in to take place. We played 13 minutes. Cloak, German, Law, Morwood, good grab. Centre one. He's had a big day. It's a very congested forward line. Cloak, the flyer, does well to recover to Dacos. Here he goes, he eludes one, gives it out to Mark Beers, hooks it in towards Taylor. McCann slipped at the critical stage. Taylor has 7. Point blank range and directly in front. .49 before he began today. Currently on 56. He can now make that 57. 8 goals for the day for Brian Taylor. And Collingwood steady. 15-12 as they pass the ton. North 7-11. 53 on 7. Big lead.
There's Brian Taylor, who had run up the ground to show his appreciation to teammates. There are delighted Collingwood fans. So it's back at the centre bounce. And Collingwood 102. North Melbourne 53. So 49 points to the margin. And Collingwood have gained now 5 points in this term. And I think things have settled down again, Sandy.
Centre bounce. 15-minute mark. Final term. The bounce that favours McDonald. Again, Abernethy's forced to do the work. Cracker couldn't take it clearly. No one can from North. So Jimmy says, I'll soccer it off the ground. He does so. Mullane, Tony Shaw, Peter German, Graham Atkins, all giving chase. Picked up nicely by Mullane. He'll swing round onto the left foot. Oh, and Wes Fellows is back in the middle. He takes the mark.
15-metre penalty. Glendenning tapped the ball out of his hands. Doesn't wait for it. Hand passes across to Phillips. Phillips comes into the centre. Dacos takes the mark. So from the centre of the ground, Peter Dacos. Licks to go long. It's a glorious kick from Peter Dacos. Taylor up high, couldn't take it. Passmore missed it. Clope coming through, picks it up. A long hand pass from Clope. Collins is there. Well tackled. And
too high.
Tackled too high. And so Darren Collins will take the free kick and attempt to kick his first goal. Disappointed Peter Jonas, but Collins from directly in front, 35 metres out from goal. Collins attempting to kick goal number 16 for Collingwood. And McEwen in the foreground. There's Darren Collins. The goal umpire hardly moves at all, and Collins puts it through for his first goal. And Collingwood go to 16 goals 12, 108. A 55-point lead over North Melbourne. 7 or so. Brian Taylor, 8 goals to his credit. Possibly could have gone on to McEwen, but he should go back and have the shot. 8 goals too. In excellent form, Brian Taylor, as have been Collingwood. So Taylor, 40 metres out. Right through the centre. 9 goals to Brian Taylor. Collingwood go to 17-12, 114. North Melbourne 7-12, 54.